Greetings. I am Ziana de Bethune, and this is the first in a series of instructional videos intended to help those who wish to learn how to write. Several years ago, I wrote a book that was called Write Your Book, a no-nonsense guide to writing fiction. It was an ebook, and over the years I've given away literally thousands of copies of it, to the point where many suggested actually that I turn it into a hard copy so they could have it on hand. So I'm in the process of doing that, but it takes time. For many people, writing a book from scratch is a very daunting task, to say the least. One of the questions I get most often is, how do you write? How do you write? And that's really pretty hard to answer. It's basic, but it is a hard question to answer. But for starters, consider what kind of book you like to read. Chances are you'll probably like writing that kind of book as well. Choose a topic you're passionate about and include that topic as an integral part of your book. Choose a topic you know nothing about but would love to know a lot more about. Research it and include that as a part of your book. Make yourself a promise to sit down for whatever amount of time you can spare and write. The bottom line is, writers write, and there is no way around that. It's a challenge to write a book from scratch, especially if you're new at it. But I find that what helps, or I found in the past, I found that what helps is to take it one scene at a time. Do you know what a book is? It's a whole bunch of scenes strung together with smooth transitions at the end of each scene, linking it seamlessly to the next scene. Seriously. So if you can just start by working on a single scene first, using some of the tips that I'm going to give you, you'll have taken the first step toward writing your own novel. It doesn't matter if you're working on an old-fashioned typewriter, a state-of-the-art computer, or if you're still writing on loose leaves with a pen. It really doesn't matter. Some published authors that I know still write their first drafts by hand because they find that the clacking keyboard distracts them. And I once read that we get our best ideas when we get up and walk away from the computer. And that makes sense because really the act of trying to type kicks in the logical side of your brain, where what you really need is the creative side to be going. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all if that's true. Another thing that might help get you started is to decide what kind of mood you want your story to be. What kind of story do you really want to write? Remember that you won't be married to this style for the rest of your life. It's just for this one book. There is no law that says a dark, foreboding story has no comedic aspects to it. Some do, and in fact many do. And in some cases the laughs come from the characters, while the mood is set atmospherically, if that makes sense to you. So do you want to write a comedy? What, a horror? Romance? Do you want to write, I don't know, a Western? It's up to you. Do you want to write something bright and uplifting or inspirational? Write your intentions down. Get it all on paper. What kind of book you want to write, what you want the mood of this story to be. That is one of the first steps to writing a book, is to decide up front what feeling you want to give a reader when they're getting into the story.